I am very happy to present to all of you in this series of talks the entire heritage of India, which is basically spiritual. That's why these talks will be under the caption, The Spiritual Heritage of India. Heritage because what I am going to share with you is something that has come down the ages through a parampara, from parents to children, from teachers to students, without any organized attempt. That which has always been handed over from the older generation to the upcoming generation is this heritage that I am able to talk to you today because it is unbroken. I have received it from my teachers, from my parents, from other elders, and what I am talking to you is what I have received. You also have received, I'm sure. Many a time what we receive is just the forms which need to be understood. Sometimes we receive the content without forms. And when the forms are not there, then one is not likely to receive the content also. And therefore, we have to receive this heritage, spiritual heritage, totally with the content along with the forms, or the forms with the content. It's spiritual in as much as what a human being needs to accomplish in his or her life is here, not after death. There is no real meaning of life if the ultimate goal of a human being, a self-conscious human being, is not to be accomplished here. If it is to be accomplished here, then the whole life has a direction, has a meaning, has a content. I can live my life to accomplish that end. Honestly, if the view is clear, the way will become evident, obvious. When we talk about the way, it has to be related to the view. And therefore, even Indian culture bears this view, because culture is often a way of expression, a way of living, language, attitudes towards money, towards people, towards the world. So all these constitute our culture. And they form also a way of life. And the way of life is meaningful if there is a view always kept in view. A goal is kept in view. Therefore, one gains immediately a purpose in life when one comes to discover that what is to be accomplished is here in this life, and my way of life itself is meant for accomplishing that end. If the ultimate goal is to be achieved after my death, then the human life doesn't seem to have a purpose. It's a detour. Why I should be born here if I am a self-conscious being, not satisfied with myself as a person, because I am self-judging. So I am not totally programmed to live my life as programmed. I am self-judgmental and natural because I am conscious of myself, and my consciousness of myself is 100%. It is uninhibited. An uninhibited self-consciousness makes me special as a human being. Every human being is special among the organisms on this planet, not because the human being has a language, not because human being looks something peculiar, because every animal looks peculiar. An octopus has a peculiar look. But it is this endowment that I have, that I am conscious of myself totally, makes me a special person in the sense that I can make a judgment about myself. Universally, every human being has a problem in this self-judgment itself. In the self-judgment, there is a sense of inadequacy, a sense of dissatisfaction. They say that is necessary to progress. True. If I am satisfied, I won't make an attempt to do anything. If I am dissatisfied, I will do something to make myself satisfied. And there is an attempt. This attempt to discover in myself is a self-adequacy a self-satisfaction, which amounts to say that my interrelationship with the world, of people, of things, is also satisfactory. I can't say I am satisfied with myself when I am not satisfied with the people I am related to. And therefore, so I have to discover a self-satisfaction, which is to live in harmony with the world. This is indeed a spiritual life. Who is not interested in this? Suppose one has a conflict with one loves. There is an argument, there is some misunderstanding, then one can't be at home with oneself. And one has to resolve that conflict. It becomes important because one wants to live in harmony. One may be able to live in harmony with one thing, may not be able to live in harmony with other things. That means I have enough things to be dissatisfied with. I have enough situations which create conflict in me. That means I can't find self-satisfaction. To live in harmony with the world is to strike harmony with the planets, with the stars, with this entire scheme of things called Jagat. In Sanskrit, we call it Jagat, which includes my own body. I have to live in harmony with my body, with my senses, with my mind. Therefore, to live in harmony with myself is to live in harmony with the world. Jivaha, the jiva, the individual, has to discover this harmony with the world. And for this, the jiva, the individual, self-conscious individual, has to undergo a tremendous change. That one can bring about this change is the privilege that every human being has. And one has to exercise this privilege, this choice given to me. I have no choice in exercising choice. What choice I have got in exercising choice? Because I need to live in harmony, and that's exactly what the human achievement is. Until I achieve that, I will be struggling. Like a river always heads towards the ocean to find its own level with the ocean. And it surges forward no matter what obstacle is there on its way. If it's a huge mountain, it will circle around the mountain and head towards. Sometimes it will turn towards its own source from where it came in order to again go back. This is how it meets with obstacles. It never says enough. I am tired. It never gets tired. Even if the human beings put a dam, it will not relax. It will exercise its pressure on the dam because it has to reach the ocean. Nobody can stop it. And so too, the human being is aspiring towards that harmony with the world. If there is a cause for this world, an intelligent cause, even that cause the human being has to strike harmony with. Nothing really has to remain there, out or inside, which I can be in conflict with. I have to strike harmony. Sometimes I may not be able to change an unpleasant situation, but when I'm able to happily accept that unpleasant situation and do what I can and strike a harmony with that and keep doing what I need to do, that means I have discovered harmony. I am a consistent actor, the one who does action, not simply remain a disturbed person, a person in conflict, a person who is not at home with the situation. So this is, in essence, a life of spiritual pursuit. Fortunately, we have in India a culture which is not separate from a religion, and religion is not separate from this vision. We have a vision-based religion because the end is to be achieved here. And when that is the vision, the religion is not separate from the vision. The culture is not separate from that religion and vision. And thus we have a spiritual culture, a spiritually oriented religion, because the end is to be achieved here. That is why it is universal. What is very important in life is to be assimilated, understood, and therefore there is a direction in life, and discovering a purpose itself gives a great relief for a restless human being. I often come across questions from people. One question which is common: Swamiji, what is the goal of life? the person who is asking this question is in his 50s. So all these years, not that he didn't ask the question, he didn't find the answer. But that doesn't go away. Unless you discover the answer, the question never goes away. It may be remaining in the background. It will pop up in situations because this is the question. And all other questions will gain certain meaning when this question is very well understood. Question understood means the answer found. The answer for this question, definitely, it is not that, so to the goal of life is not to be found after life. If it is to be found after life, I need not be born here at all, unless there is some roadblock or something. Why should I have this detour? So I need to have the answer here. In the question itself is the answer. I am asking the question, what is the goal of life? Because I live my life. That is the goal of life after all. To live my life is the goal of life. Death is not the goal of life. Goal of life is living. I am living. Then why should I ask the question? Because my living is dissatisfied. Living is not satisfactory. And living is not satisfactory because I am not satisfied with myself. I may say I am not satisfied with my job, I am not satisfied with my people, I am not satisfied with my boss, I am not satisfied with my economic situation. Okay. In essence, in terms of all this, I am not satisfied with myself. Correct? In terms of economic situation, I am not satisfied. In terms of my job, I am not satisfied with myself. In terms of people, of my own people and my relating to them, I am not satisfied with myself. And therefore, my problem is only that I am not satisfied with myself. I need to discover self-satisfaction, and we will see how this self-satisfaction is going to be if my self is not very satisfying, is not something that I can be satisfied with. Well, we will discover all this in our talks that are to come, and so then the next talk will pick up the thread. Thank you.